Hello out there in Facebook land. Welcome to the Sunday Hang at the Playroom. I am Roger Street Friedman. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm very excited to have my friend, my special guest tonight is my friend Pete Mancini, who is a phenomenal singer-songwriter. Pete is about to release his third solo album, and he's going to tell us all about it. So as always, if you would do me a favor and let me know if you can hear me, see me, and let me know you're out there, because it's kind of strange. I could just be talking to myself and Pete. I see a little, there are some viewers. I see a little icon, but it'd be great to know who's out there. So if you can, let me know. Hey, Lauren, thank you. See me? You can hear and see me. Okay, there we are. Okay, I can see. And so getting all the kinks out is a little tough, but great. Which was released in April of 2020, height of the pandemic. And it's a song about lonely people, so maybe it was appropriate. It's called Outcasts of Love. There are times when he thinks that he must be the bad guy, the most unwanted enemy of the state, cast adrift by the cold shoulder of another winter, cut by the lonely wind that tears across his face. Longing floods a heart, the plains flood with loss for the outcast, for the outcast, the outcast of love, the outcast of love. There are times when she thinks no one will ever hear her cry, sets a table for one with a candle and a rose, cast adrift by the cold shoulder of another lover, cut by the thought that she will forever die alone. Skies are cold and gray, the rain is always falling anyway on the outcast, on the outcast of love, the outcast of love. Seems like everybody's walking through this world two by two. Why should it be any different for me or for you? There's a rainbow on the edge of every cloud, even if we cannot see it now. Things might just work out for the outcast, 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 the outcast of love, the outcast of love. Well, it's so nice to be playing again for people. We got to do a live show, a real live in front of a studio audience show 2 weeks ago on, at a place called The Landmark in Port Washington, and it was just phenomenal. But I still love doing the Facebook Live thing, for sure. And you get to meet people and play for people in other parts of the world. And I think I'm going to do another song off of Rise. The song was written about a homeless Vietnam vet, inspired by that, seeing him out on the street. But on playing and singing it for so long, I think there's a little bit of me in here too. I think that's just what happens when you write a song. Got shaken down on the waterfront, down to the holes in my dirty jeans. But for the kindness of these hand-me-downs, I'd be wearing cardboard and a thin coat of nicotine. In 1900 and something else, I was taking fire in a jungle in Vietnam. Spent the best part of the next 40 years taking fire from Uncle Sam. Please don't say I told you so. I can't do that for myself. Words will go where words will go. I have learned that lesson well. I have learned that lesson well. Now the wind blows cold in this hard-ass town. You turn your eyes when you pass me by. The stains on the pavement all seem darker now. I keep thinking it's a sign. Please don't say I told you so. I can't do that for myself. People know just what people know. I have learned that lesson well. I have learned that lesson well. Please don't say I told you so. I can't do that for myself. A life will go where a life will go. I have learned that lesson well. I have learned that lesson well. I have learned Thank you. All right, without further ado, I am going to bring on my friend, the great Pete Mancini. There you are. Hey.
What's going on, Raj?
I just gotta fix the shot here a little bit. There we go. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. That last song you played, man, I love that song.
Oh, thank you
Both
so much.
songs. Man, it's been a while since I've seen you, let alone heard you play, and man, love your songs, love your songwriting, and thanks for having me, man.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. The feeling is definitely mutual. Yeah, I think actually the last time we may have seen each other was NERFA 2019.
And probably, yeah, that sounds about right. The before times, as I like to call them.
The before times. Before the world went kerflooey.
Yes. Yes. Big time kerflooey, man. It was crazy.
What you been doing?
Little of this, little of that. But just trying to, pandemic was spent just trying to keep busy, and I had plans to record an album in 2020 anyway, and that got pushed back a bit, and then during the summer I went down to Water Valley, Mississippi, but and made a just trying to, pandemic was spent just
Sorry, there was a little echo there for a second.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that's like just the thoughts in my head or something. Like, this is it.
Maybe they were the thoughts in my head.
Finally going crazy here. But yeah, during the pandemic, I flew down to Water Valley, Mississippi, and made a record with Matt Patton from Drive By Truckers and Bronson 2 producing. And I'm really happy with it. I'm really proud of it. And 10 new songs. We ended up recording 12. But 10 new songs are on the record, and I'm pretty psyched on it. And we're just trying to find a label, find a home for it, and hopefully we can put that out soon.
Sure, man. That's amazing. That's quite a crew.
Yeah.
What was the experience like?
Well, flying down was definitely very scary. I have my N95 mask on, and I'm kind of a germaphobe to begin with, so I was freaking out. But lived to tell the tale, and then second time around, I had some follow-up sessions in September. I drove down, and you mask up, you wash your hands. We all got used to it, which is kind of crazy to think about. And sure we just even though the world was going crazy around us, it was in the summer, during all the upheaval and crazy stuff going on.
Sure.
So we were doom scrolling, we laughed. We doom scrolled. By the end we felt like a band, and you could kind of hear it in the music. It's a product of the time in which it was created. So, I wish it was out now and I could point you guys to it and do that whole thing. But hopefully soon I will have some news on when it's coming out, and I can't wait to show everybody.
That's great. Cool. So basically, you got down there, you met new guys, and you learned the songs in the studio, like on the spot, and then tracked?
Pretty much. We had some correspondence before the sessions. And I sent over the demos, and we thought we were making an EP at first, and then I wrote a bunch more songs and sent those in, and they made the record. And what we ended up with was a lot of new sounds. With some, Jay Gonzalez from DBT plays on a bunch of tracks, and Jameson Hollister from Dwight Yoakam's band plays on a lot of tracks, and I'm thrilled with how it came out. We recorded live to tape, which was new for me.
Wow, that's big, yeah.
Yeah,
you got to really, cool. you got to really, nail those performances. There's no fixing it in Pro Tools.
Yeah.
Or did you dump it? Did you then dump it into Pro Tools?
I think what we did is we tracked them live as much as we could live, including vocals, and then that all went into Pro Tools, and then we overdubbed on the tape sessions from there.
Cool. That's the both worlds.
Yeah, it really was, and I'm definitely spoiled by it now, because there's like a third dimension of like, you know, sonic fidelity that comes out of tape. It was like, oh, this is why all those, you know, records sound so amazing. Because
it's so true. Oh my God. And we've lost something with the all digital.
Yeah. And it was cool, you know, like they have like some bunk beds in there where the artists can crash. They got like a little clubhouse kind of attached to it, nice like back porch. And you know, it felt like camp, like rock and roll camp a little bit. And you know,
that's great. Yeah.
They have big plate reverb, you know, just killer. It was just such an awesome experience. It was definitely a bright spot in an otherwise dark and boring, weird time. So I'm so happy I went down there to record with those guys.
Cool. Well, you want to do a tune for us?
Yeah, I'd love to.
I'm just going to switch over the shot so that it's just you. And I don't think you'll be able to hear me anymore. So
cool. This is a new song called Why the Building Falls. It goes like this. Cover up the weathered beams, fresh paint over the seams. This old house was built in 1925 in a simple, peaceful time. Comb your hair, cover up the gray. Try to smooth the lines of your face. Your eyes have seen their share of despair, reflections of the sadness you wear. Ask not why the building falls. Walls will crumble and so do we all. Ask not what the wise men say. Find your truth and live for today before it gets away. Flags will burn, cities will rust. Stories told, recorded in dust. Lessons learned, the wisdom of age. Knock it down, tear a new page. Ask not why the building falls. Walls will crumble and so do we all. Ask not what the wise men say. Find your truth and live for today before it gets away. Building falls, walls will crumble and so do we all. Ask not what the wise men say. Find your truth and live for today before it gets away. Yeah, man. Glad you
grade
dig it,
2.
man.
Oh, so nice.
Awesome,
Beautiful.
man. You heard everything okay? It's all coming out good?
It sounds good to me. I'm hoping somebody will let us know how it's sounding out there. I think if we're hearing it okay, it should be cool. You're no clipping or anything.
Yeah, I heard some white noise in the cans, but it was actually pretty cool. Kind of like sinister. I think that's on my end, though.
Maybe it's yeah, I hear a little noise, but I think the sounding good. Dawn says all the way from Richmond, and Lauren gave us thumbs up.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, the ghosts in the well, what's that saying?
Ghost in the Machine?
Something like that.
So I'm trying to figure out what to play now. I have I may risk it. I have a new tune that I haven't played in a while. I may totally crash and burn and forget the words, but it's there is a building. It's a metaphorical song about an old house that's kind of fallen apart. An old Victorian house.
Fits the theme.
That's what I was thinking. Can't remember if I played it with the pick. I don't think I did. Okay, I'm gonna totally forget it. I'm gonna bring myself up solo. And you can't see any of this, Pete, but it's really happening.
Yeah.
Hey, Mary Elizabeth, thanks for joining. I'm going to do a tune that I hope I can do justice to. But it's relatively new, and it's called Cut Your Losses. This grand old painted lady, she's faded and she's tired. She's a dying man, all out of will. She's a remnant of desire, of a ship that she's sagging like a scrapbook under the weight of memory. There are rooms deep in her heart the light no longer sees. Her windows have grown dark and deaf to the bells that used to ring. There's a time to toe the line. There's a time to run the horses. There's a time to draw the blind. And there's a time to cut. Her hearth once held a fire, now it's cold and an evil flame. And the paper's yellow on the lawn, all the white paint's gone to gray. Liars, cons, and hucksters and vagrants squat in the decay. There's a time to toe the line, draw the blind. There's a time to cut your losses. She was built on the beam of freedom. She stood through the scissors for not knowing what she's standing for. There's a time to toe the line. There's a time to run the horses. There's a time to cut your losses.
Yeah, man.
And we're back.
That's great.
Thanks. It's one of those, you know, you ever write a song and you think it's great, and then you think, oh, it's terrible.
That one's great.
Thanks. It's practically every song I write. I think that, and I go back and forth. I think it's
that first verse is just awesome, man. It sets it up perfectly. Really good, man.
Thank you.
Keep
Thanks,
writing, man.
Yeah. It's funny. I was telling Pete that I have a whole ton of new material, and it's actually I didn't tell you this part. My father was a painter, so and he was an artist, and he did these fabulous linoleum cuts when he was a young man, and then he got married, went to fight in World War II, came back and had a baby, and they'd already had a baby, and so he went to work as an art director, and he didn't really do any fine art, but when he retired at about 75, 70 or 75, he started painting, and he was really prolific, these beautiful, colorful oil paintings, and we have them everywhere, you know. And my songs are starting to feel like that, like I don't know what to do with them all, but I'm just going to keep releasing them. So
there you go. You know, I heard, I think it was a Twitter post or something. You know, we decorate walls with art, you know, like paintings and stuff. We decorate time with music. So, you know, keep putting them out there, and people will decorate their time and, you know, craft memories with these songs, and that's the best we could hope for, you know?
Right on.
To be part of someone's life soundtrack. So
right on, absolutely.
Yeah, man.
So everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. My special guest is Pete Mancini. I have some Venmo and PayPal scan codes up there. If you're absolutely not obligatory, but all the proceeds will go to Pete, who's a working musician, and you know times have been kind of tough for us working musicians. So anything you can give, 50 cents, $100, or anything in between, greatly appreciated.
We would think that was cool.
This would be the best gig in like 6 months.
Yeah, right.
Or 18 months. So when was the last time?
Coming back, but the first shows back have been really fun. Like, everyone just seems happy to be out. I mean, I don't blame them after last year just being cooped up like that. But the shows have been really fun. I played a couple spots, a couple of house party type things, and yeah, they've just been a blast. You know, it's just great to get out and play again. You know, that's what we were, you know, made to do. So, you know, I'm just happy to be back at it. And
awesome.
yeah, I got some shows coming up, you know, this week. I got some shows next month, and yeah. You know, it's just great to get back out there again. Everything's at my website, PeteMancini.com. So if you want to
definitely check that out. You will not be disappointed seeing Pete live. I can promise you that. So I'm going to switch over to you, and why don't you give us another one of your phenomenal tunes.
Cool. Happy to, man. This takes like math. Yeah, there we go. I'm down a whole step, so I got to add 2 to everything I do, you know. So this is a song called Madison Avenue Blues. It goes like this. Gold watches and designer clothes, a syndicated TV show, silver spoon and drink in hand, a rented room in the promised land. Fitted suits, head home from work, spend their weekends getting their money's worth. Stranded out here on the avenue, what a drag it is to catch a glimpse of you. Idle hands, a broken heart, a breakdown, a brand new start. It's a modern world and there's nothing that you can do. You got the Madison Avenue blues. Subway cars and Amtrak trains, portfolios of growing pains, diversified but still the same. Ain't it funny how we never change? I was just a kid when the towers fell. Yeah, life goes on, it's just as well. Every year they read the names, and it's back to work, there's money to be made. Idle hands, broken heart, a breakdown, a brand new start. It's the modern world and there's nothing that you can do. You got the Madison Avenue blues.
Pete Mancini, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful, beautiful song.
Thanks, Raj. I'm glad you dig it, man.
I love that. I said it before when we were doing the sound check, that rented room in the promised land. What a line. It's fabulous. It's filled with phenomenal metaphors, man. Beautiful song.
Thank you, man.
So if anyone's on Long Island, I'm playing I'm singing a song at the Harry Chapin tribute concert tomorrow night in Eisenhower Park. Kind of excited about that one. Harry Chapin died on the LIE about just about 40 years ago, when I was a kid, and I remember it. Nadine, do you remember that day? I have a recollection. I just had this guitar set up. It's a 1964 Gibson, and it's just incredibly beautiful. And it was buzzing like crazy, and I wasn't playing it at all.
Sounds great, man.
Yeah. So I don't know that this song. I'm gonna do this. I'm releasing an EP, or just released an EP yesterday. Just digital release. We haven't cut any vinyl. I'm thinking about doing maybe a CD because to have at shows, for selling at shows and stuff. But this is a cover tune that's on that EP, and it's I'm gonna switch over to the Raj solo view now, and play Mandolin Rain by Bruce Hornsby. I always love this song because it's just like the perfect summer romance song. And the song Pete just played kind of reminded me of since it was sounded like about the end of a romance. The song came and went like the times that we spent hiding out from the rain under the carnival tent. I laughed and she'd smile. It would last for a while. You don't know what you got till you lose it all again. Listen to the mandolin rain. Listen to the music on the lake. Listen to my heart break every time she runs away. Listen to the banjo wind, a sad song drifting low. Listen to the tears roll down my face as she turns to gold. Dance, listening to the bluegrass band takes the chill from the air till they play the last song. And I'll do my time, oh, keeping her off my mind. But there's moments that I find that I'm not feeling so strong. Listen to the mandolin rain. Listen to the music on the lake. Listen to my heart break every time she runs away. Listen to the banjo wind, a sad song drifting low. Listen to the tears roll down my face as she turns to gold. Running down by the lake shore, she did love the sound of a summer storm. Played on the lake like a mandolin. Now it's washing her away once again. Listen to the mandolin rain. Listen to the music on the lake. Listen to my heart break every time she runs away. Listen to the banjo wind, the sad song drifting low. Listen to the tears roll down my face as she turns to gold. The boat's steaming in. I watch the side wheel spin, and I think about when I hear that whistle blow. And I'll do my time, oh, keeping her off my mind. Give you that one again. The boat's steaming in. I watch the side wheel spin, and I think about it. Well, I hear that whistle blow, and I can't change my mind. Oh, but I knew all the time that she'd go, and that's a choice that I made long ago. Listen to the mandolin rain. Listen to the music on the lake. Listen to my heart break every time she runs away. Listen to the bad face as she turns to gold. Listen to the tears roll down my face as she turns to gold. Listen to the tears roll down my face as she turns to gold.
Sounded great, man.
I love that song.
Yeah, that guitar sounds incredible, man. Is that open D?
It is open G.
Open G, cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in fact, the reason I covered the song is because I was just messing around in this tuning with these chords, and I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
This is a song already, so it was like meant to be.
Yeah. Very cool.
So do you have a name for the new album yet?
Yeah, I think we figured it out finally. I haven't told anyone this yet, but it's going to be called Killing the Old Ways.
You see what you learn at the Sunday hang at the Playroom. You get all kinds of information that no one else on earth has ever heard before.
There it is. Sunday hang exclusive.
Killing the Old Ways.
Breaking news. Killing the Old Ways.
And were both of those tunes on the new record?
Yeah, both of them are going to be on the new record, and yeah. I was going to play a different tune, but I should probably play the title track.
Well, now that
after making that announcement, I feel like I kind of have to, kind of like box myself in a corner here. But
I think that's probably true. All right, we're gonna, without further ado, here's more Pete Mancini, Killing the Old Ways.
Footsteps in the hall say it all. You got a heavy load today. Lights on in the kitchen. You slam the cupboard closed and sigh away. You say we're killing the old way. I'm searching for a better day. Held the gun, turned a shooting star to a dying sun. Those hands that built these walls, now they're raised in anger. The roof of darkness falls. You say we're killing the old ways. I'm searching for a better day. A better day. And I won't fade away. Disapprove and stare used to scare me, but not today. Keep the lights for now. Keep watching this house, I won't look away. You say killing the old ways. I'm searching for a better day. Better day. And it won't fade away. Footsteps in the hall say it all. You've got a heavy load today. There it is. That's the title track to the new record.
Fabulous.
That's a co-write with Travis McKevney.
Nice.
And
Travis is Long Island Travis, right?
Yes.
Yes. For Gathering Time Travis.
Yes.
No. Yes. Okay.
Son of Gathering Time.
Son of Gathering Time.
Son of Gathering Time Jerry.
Son of Jerry. Yeah, I do the name. Okay. Yeah, I have never met Travis, but I have met Jerry.
Travis is a great writer, and he's got a new one that we're about to start recording too, so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, co-written a lot of great songs with him over the last few years, so if you're watching out there, definitely check out Travis McKevney too. He's a great writer.
Awesome. If you're in New York City next Friday night, I'm going to be playing at the Hill Country Barbecue. It's with my full band. Sorry, I tuned the wrong way, so now I have to fix the whole thing. And apparently, we're playing at happy hour, so everyone's going to be happy. And they have amazing barbecue there. What's Dadgad? D-A-D-G-A. It's always fun when you turn the wrong tuning peg. Do you know Stravinsky's joke about guitar players?
No.
They spend 20% of the time tuning and 80% of the time playing out of tune.
Yeah. It's not so much a joke as
It's reality.
it's just how it is.
I want to play this song off of Rise, which was inspired by this story I read in the New York Times about an expeditionary force we sent up to fight the Bolsheviks right after World War I, after these guys had fought for years in the trenches. Somebody thought it'd be a good idea to help the Tsarist Russians by sending these poor kids up to Siberia, basically to fight a losing battle. And a lot of them kind of froze to death, and the wounded people, they couldn't get to them fast enough, and it was a dismal failure. It got me started thinking about lost causes, like some of the things that are happening present day, like refugees fleeing war in Syria, and then I started thinking about the patron saint of lost causes and how pissed off he must be, because there's just so many of them. So it's another uplifting song. Wendy, you're so sweet. I said everyone's going to be happy because it's happy hour, and she said when you play, everyone is always happy. Anyway, this song is called "The War Is Already Over," and I'm pretty proud of this recording too. It's Larry Campbell, who produced the album, just did it up, I would say, with the it's kind of a Celtic vibe, but it's got a lot of great sounds layered into this one. So without further ado, in the winter of 1990, a regiment marched through the frozen north in the general direction of hell. To the bone, wounded men froze to death, waiting for help that was too slow to come. A century beneath the clover, truth is he gave the last breath of his life for a war that burned. A red rubber raft left a Turkish beach, not one spit of land inside, no. The refugees searched for one glimpse of hope deep in the hopeless night. Misled by the smuggler, they'd all piled in a raft meant for 5, carrying 12, and that rolling dark sea capsized their dreams arms and took every last soul as well. Seeking some kindness on cover. Hardest to kill is the will to survive. But the war is already over. The war is already over. And the river of souls keeps on rolling, orphaned and drifting along. 7+ billion and then some, in a world with a heart made of stone. And the patron saint of lost causes grips his one wooden cross, wrestles with God on two battered knees, asking, how can I bear such a cost? Pray for the people who struggle in vain. Toast to the dreamers and lovers. Tell them don't bother, they're wasting their time. The war is already over. The war is already over.
That was great, man. I love that song.
Thank you, Pete.
Yeah. That reminds me of a new one I got. Kind of similar themes. I was rehearsing with a friend, and he had this big wooden cross on his wall, and he told me the story behind it, and it was like, wow, man, you know. So, you know, a couple hours later, you know, I was going to get an oil change, and I just opened my, like, notepad app and just wrote it down, and that was it.
Awesome.
So, this, we recorded with the songs for the album, but it didn't make it, but I think it merits its own release, so we'll see what happens with that. But,
Yeah, you know, sometimes it's good to have something in the can so that after you release this, you can release another thing. Like it keep greasing the Spotify algorithm.
yeah. Greasing the wheel.
Greasing the wheel. Absolutely.
Anyway,
What's it called?
so this one's called Old Wooden Cross, and I think
Awesome.
it dovetails nicely with that tune you just played.
Cool. And so listen, everybody. I mean, believe it or not, it's just about time to end this thing. So I want to say thank you to everybody for coming out, and thanks to Pete Mancini. Be sure to check out his website. And Pete, you do some stuff on Bandcamp too, is that right?
Yes. Yeah, if you go to petemancini.bandcamp.com, that's where all the records are, and there's merch, like t-shirts and CDs available. It's like a merch table online for those of you out there who don't know what it is. And it's the best, most fair way to support artists. It's emerged through the pandemic with this thing called Bandcamp Friday, where they don't take a cut of the money. So the next Bandcamp Friday is in August, so you know it feels really good to support some artists and go find some great music on Bandcamp. But if you're interested in checking out any of my tunes, go to petemancini.bandcamp.com. And
Cool.
follow me on there.
Listen, man, it's been great having you on. I just absolutely love your music. I'm a big fan. And
Thanks, man.
I can't wait to hear the new record. And just trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. I told everybody about Hill Country. I'm also playing at Seacliff Beach, which is a great venue for live music. It's Friday, July 30th, and that's kind of under the stars. It's a really nice pavilion. It's open, it's free, and it's open to everybody. So if you're on Long Island and you want to come have a really special evening, you can bring a cooler and a blanket or a beach chair. And and then I'm doing a show the next night in Sandusfield, Massachusetts. So if you're up in the Berkshires, check that out. And that's it. Thank you so much. Thanks, Nadine. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
Got an old wooden cross and nearly got lost, but it made it through the Second World War. It still shines a light through the darkest of nights. Now I got it hanging on my door. Somewhere in Poland, 1892, a woodworker carved the King of the Jews. In the Blitzkrieg of 1939, tanks rolled through in the middle of the night, but the cavalry charge was in vain. They were outgunned and bombs fell like rain. The pastor knew they'd burn the church house down, so he hid the cross where it would not be found. I got an old wooden cross that nearly got lost, but it made it through the Second World War. It still shines a light through the darkest of nights. Now I got it hanging on my door. Century of prayers and benedictions restored inside the grains of this crucifixion. Across an ocean and landed on our shores to bear witness to more unholy wars. But the soldiers would not have died in vain if we realize we're all just the same. Forgive them all and lay down our arms. They know not what they do, so do no harm. I got an old wooden cross that nearly got lost, but it made it through the Second World War. Now I got it hanging on my door. It's still my door.
Right on. Pete Mancini, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks, Pete, once again. Beautiful stuff.
Thanks, Raj. Thanks for having me, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. And I'll see you soon, hopefully.